What's up, everybody? I'm George Mossey. Please say hello to my co-host, DeeDee. So, Seeking Brother Husband, season 1, episode 4 is aired, and I want to jump in because this was a really interesting episode because we got to see Kenya get a little giddy about her ex-boyfriend David, which was kind of interesting because this is a guy that got away. So they dated from 2009 to 2014. He broke up with her because we know that Kenya never breaks up with her men. But this guy is the one that ended the relationship with her. But when he arrived, and even before he arrived, we saw a different side of her. We saw a very happy, giddy schoolgirl type crush in her. And I think this was that new relationship smell that she was talking about in the other episodes. Like, she likes to keep it fresh. She likes that new relationship feel. And even though this isn't a new relationship, it's been like 10 years since they interacted. And I just thought it was interesting how she kind of just picked up where they left off, because I guess she never wanted to break up with him. She said on the show, she was like, I feel like we were still together this whole time, just separated. So I think that this is going to cause an issue for Tiger. And I mean, Carl and Tiger were both a little skeptical. When he came in, they were like, well, what is your intentions? What do you want to do? Because we're kind of a family unit, and it was interesting because David said that his intention and direction in life is all about money, and he doesn't really want to kind of spend any additional money or time on fully committing to a woman. He feels like this is a good relationship mix for him. So what do you feel about David's intentions? Do you think him coming back because he's doesn't have time or money to dedicate to one woman, so he kind of has a woman he can get love and affection from whenever he wants it? Are you okay with that? Or is that kind of like equal to what Kenya is doing? Like, how do you feel about that?
First of all, red flags from his side. Because how are you going to come in and say that you're just in it? Your main focus is money, 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 money. Well, their main focus is trying to bring in a brother husband that they can have this family structure, not someone that just wants to come around only whenever he wants his friend with benefits. That's what I'm seeing. That he is just wanting to go out, do his own thing, stay where he lives at, no intentions whatsoever to become a family structured relationship with anyone, actually.
So do you think that if she continues to be involved with him, because she's very interested, do you think that it's going to start tearing apart the dynamic that she has built at home? Because we've seen a little bit of it unraveling with Tiger, because Tiger even brought up the fact that he wanted this ceremony to David, which I thought was kind of inappropriate, right? I felt like that was such a personal issue between him and Kenya, that bringing it up to David right when he walked into the apartment, like within 15 minutes, I thought was kind of airing out dirty laundry. Did you feel that way too? I felt like that was TMI.
Yes, that is a little bit of TMI, but I get where Tiger's coming from, because if you really listened and you really focused on what they were talking about, I'm seeing this until I'm proven wrong. Tiger was a rebound. That's what I'm seeing, or that's what I am, that kind of feeling that he was a rebound. Because, okay, if you go back to when she was dumped by him, okay, that's whenever Tiger came into the picture. And every time that Tiger is talking about wanting to have the ceremony, she shoots it down. But she did say, however, that David was husband number two, that he was on, that's what she was wanting. And then he broke it off because he couldn't commit to a relationship with someone other than just her and Carl. Then she brings in Tiger. Until I'm proven wrong, Tiger was just a rebound. That's why she doesn't want the ceremony.
It's a long time for a rebound, but I mean, a rebound can turn into anything. So it is interesting how she wants this with David so bad. And she even said it. She's like, this is how I felt when I first met Tiger. This is how I'm feeling now. And it's like she's always on to the next guy. And I just feel like Carl and Tiger, they're just getting pushed aside. Carl seems to be fine. Like, I don't feel bad for Carl. Carl is living his best life. You know, he has his own space. He has his own room. He's doing his work, his job. He's fine. But Tiger, on the other hand, I just feel like he's being dragged through the mud through this situation. He just wants his solidification of being in this relationship. He wants to feel like he has a place and a part in it. And Kenya's not willing to offer that to him. He's just asking for the ceremony. And that even to Kenya is too much because she's like, oh, there's no point in doing that. Let's not talk about that. And that conversation hasn't died down. Tiger's not dying down on that situation. So I'm just wondering, is she going to move forward with David? And how is that going to work? He's in NYC. She's in Atlanta. And it might be better that way. So Tiger doesn't feel that he's being pushed aside, because if David isn't physically there living with them, his feelings of being pushed aside won't be as strong. It's not right in his face, you know, because if he moves into the house with them and they're doing everything together and they're sharing a bedroom, Tiger's not going to feel any better about the situation.
I agree. But until I'm proven wrong, Tiger's a rebound.
So let's talk about Alyssa and Mike, right? So it's time for them to have a conversation with his mom. But before that, he has a conversation with his two bros, and they are very concerned with why he is in this situation, because they know about the cheating, they know about what happened, and they know about the polyandry lifestyle. And they both feel that Mike is kind of being pushed along with it, like going along with it. So Chris and Eric are definitely concerned on why he is doing this and whether or not he wanted to be alone or not, and if that was what influenced his decision. Because they were like, if she never would have cheated on you, would you have brought this up? And obviously the answer to that question is no, because in Mike's mind, they were in a happy marriage. Why would you bring up, hey, you should date other people when we're happy and things are going well? And that question is kind of a recurring question, because Mike's mom feels the exact same way. She was like, if she would have never cheated on you when she met this other guy, you wouldn't be living in this lifestyle. Even though you say you brought it up, you brought it up in reaction to what took place between her and this other guy. So the real question is, did Mike really choose this lifestyle together with Alyssa? Or did he choose this lifestyle because his marriage could have ended as he knew it if he didn't give her that freedom? But at the same time, is he really okay with the lifestyle, and is he okay with her cheating? Because he wasn't okay when she cheated, but now he's supposed to be okay because they're in a polyandry situation. And this is just a very confusing, blurred line situation for me, because they keep saying on the outside they made this decision together, it's working best for them. Mike's face tells me a different story. His friends tell me a different story. His mom tells me a different story. It's like all of these people are close to him. They know him much better than I do. And they all feel like this isn't what he really wants.
I'm in total agreement, because every time he talks about it, I mean, his expression, I mean, it's like he's holding back the tears. Like he's wondering over and over again, how did he get put in the situation? And his friends was actually talking about some good pointers. And I'm in agreement with his friends as well. All of this is just BS. He's just trying to make her not look like the villain. And, you know, he also said that pretty much is what I got out of it is go along with it or be alone, being a failed marriage. But and how is he saying that whenever she goes out on these dates that he's no longer jealous? That is a lie. He's done said that he has to fight his jealousy, that he is pacing the floors. He's wondering what's going on, where she's at, who she's with, if she's having a better time with them than she has with him. I mean, there's so many red flags. It's crazy. He is not okay with it. I don't care what he says. No, he's not okay with it.
So what do you think the outcome with his mom is going to be? Because Alyssa made a really interesting statement. She said, if your mom doesn't want to accept me, you know, that's on her, but I don't want to be around someone who doesn't like me or doesn't accept me. And she's like, this is going to hurt you more, because Alyssa made it seem like I'm going to live my lifestyle and do what I want, whether your family, friends, anyone likes it or not. So she's like, are you willing to sacrifice your relationship with your mom, because what if your mom stops talking to us? What if your mom doesn't want to be a part of our lifestyle? She doesn't want to come to our house. She doesn't want to do things together. She doesn't want to be over on holidays because of this situation. And I don't think Mike realizes the severity of that, because yeah, your friends might say they're okay with it, but they're very concerned. And a mother is going to be concerned on every base. Like, she's like, I don't think that this is the right situation for my son. And I think she's right, because she knows him better than Alyssa knows him. She raised him. She's known him his entire life, and she knows what's something that he would accept and what's something that he wouldn't accept. And I just feel like at some point he and Alyssa should have an open conversation where he doesn't feel afraid to speak his mind and say how he feels. Because I do feel like when they have conversations, the two of them, Mike is scared to say what he really feels, because in the end, he knows that she could easily walk away, because she's made it clear she wants to date more than one person. She can be happy with him or someone else or 3 other people. There's not really, I need you. And I think that's what's really hurting Mike the most. He doesn't feel needed, and he feels like in order to keep Alyssa, he has to do whatever he can to keep her happy, even if it's living in a polyandry lifestyle, which I'm pretty sure everyone knows he's not okay with doing.
Well, first of all, Alyssa is being petty and selfish. What gives her the right, or what makes her think that she has the right to give him an ultimatum like that? Like, seriously, do you actually want to put him in the situation where he has to choose between you and his mother? Seriously, you want to go that route? That is a humongous red flag. He should have got up and walked out. And his mom is no way possible is going to be okay with that. And how that just infuriated me, because she is being so petty and so selfish right now. She's not even caring, not even the least little bit of how Mike feels. She doesn't even care. The only thing she's worried about is going out to see, how I'm looking at it, how many men she can get and how long she can get away with it before he actually, reaches his breaking point, because they're not sitting down and talking about this kind of relationship as a couple. She's just talking about me, what, she wants, what she needs. That's all she wants to worry about, or wants Mike to do, is just listen to what she needs, what she wants. And it's going to be her way or no way. That's how I'm seeing it. And that is so petty and selfish. I got really mad when she gave him that ultimatum, because if I was Mike, I would have got up and walked out the door, and I wouldn't even look back.
Well, if you love someone, you would never have them choose between that. Like, well, if your mom doesn't accept it, what are you going to do? You got to choose me or her. And it's like, that's not fair. And if you love someone, you would never want them to have to make that decision. You would want to do what you can to make sure that they can have the best of both worlds. Just like he's making the sacrifice for her so she can have the best of both worlds. I don't feel like there's no sacrifice coming from Alyssa. She's just, I'm going to do what Alyssa wants, whatever makes Alyssa happy. And like you said, Mike is not even a factor in the relationship. She's just doing and going and talking to the people she wants to. And if people don't like it, she's just like, that's their problem, not mine. And I don't know. I feel like this situation, I don't know how long they can stay together, because Mike is pretending it's fine, but eventually, everybody can only take so much. We all have a breaking point. We all can only take what we can take, and then either he's gonna have to voice his opinion or walk away. And I feel like it's gone too far. Like, voicing his opinion might not matter, because she's already too deep into this lifestyle. This is what she really wants.
I think whenever he finally sees her with someone else, I think that's going to be his breaking point, because as of right now, he hasn't seen her with anyone else. But once he sees that she's in another relationship, showing him that affection and that attention that really Mike isn't getting, I think that right there is going to be his breaking point.
All right, guys, we've run out of time. We're going to come back and talk about the rest of the polyandry lifestyle situations on this episode, which has been insane, guys. Thank you so much to my co-host, DeeDee, for joining me today. I'm George Mossey. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at George Mossey, georgemossey.com, and anywhere you get your podcast. We'll talk to all of you guys really soon.